next speaker, Oliver Pickett, who is Business Development Manager at Reachdesk. He's going to be sharing and talking about, his title is I'll Send Them an Email, why people in this room don't like cold calling, and how you can implement changes just to make it more fun, more enjoyable. Oliver leapt into sales almost straight out of university after finding a role through a sales recruitment business. In 2020, he joined Reachdesk as a BDR and has since been promoted twice in his current role. He's going to be talking us through his top tips for cold calling and sharing his advice for coming across easy breezy in his sales approach. Round of applause, please.
Hello, everyone. All right. You're going to hate me for asking this, but could everyone stand up, please? Okay. So those who love cold calling, keep standing. Those who absolutely hate cold calling, like dread those power hours, take a seat. Be honest here, by the way. Be honest, come on. Fuck. All right. Well, that's my speech over. Okay, everyone can sit down now. As you can see, that didn't go to plan. So next slide, see if we can go to the next slide. Those who sat down, those people, who can relate to this meme? Shout out, hands up, yeah? Cool. I did too. This is exactly me. I'd always say to Ben, my manager who's in the audience, I say, oh, I could send him an email, couldn't I? Yeah, I'm going to pick up the phone. So the idea of this and the goal of this speech is to share my story, how I went from dreading cold calls, those power hours, to actually enjoying them. Sorry, go back one, sorry. Thank you. So, question to you guys, and just shout out and answer whatever you think straight away. What is the number one reason why people dread cold calls? Shout out. Yeah, yeah, okay, cool. It is, yeah. Oh, I was really expecting something different here today. So yeah, rejection. So absolutely, that's the number one reason why people hate cold calls. There's a psychological need to feel accepted. How many of you think like this? You know, what if my post doesn't get many likes, on LinkedIn? What if he or she doesn't feel the same way? What if the prospect says no, right? Attaching ourselves to the outcome of any kind of cold call or anything in life, or prioritizing your pride, will prevent you from being successful. What's the goal of a cold call? Throw it out to you guys. What is the goal? I like you. Yeah, nice. Anything else? Information, nice. Yeah. SDR leaders, maybe you're gonna not agree with this, but the goal isn't to book a meeting. The goal is to get some information, even actually disqualify an opportunity because the account might not be, it might not be the right account to go after. They might have just gone with a competitor, for example. But you're not calling to book a meeting, essentially. The idea here is to detach from the outcome. Cool, next slide. So here is an image. Now, a bit of a disclaimer here, because I actually have the utmost respect for people like this, and I actually did something similar to this when I was a bit younger. These guys do good stuff for good causes. But, again, no need to raise your hand, throw it out. How does this make you feel? Just picture yourself like you're walking down the street, you see someone like this trying to stop you. How do you make you feel? Just try it out there. Yeah. Absolutely. Really uncomfortable. My anxiety goes mad. I just really how do I get out of this situation, right? And it's the worst thing, when they go, look, can I just stop you there? Just 1 second, 30 seconds. Just let me take your time, right? It's the worst thing when they follow you. Really, really anxiety. Now, for you guys at the SDRs, the bitter pill to swallow here is we are the B2B version of these people. This is us. That's our prospects. So have you ever said on a cold call, and be honest here, do you have 30 seconds? Look, I promise you I'll be quick. Yeah? Look, whilst I still have them on the phone, anyone say, yeah, trying to stay on the phone. Or I could send you an email, but I'm going to put you forward to my AE, who's a product specialist, and I'm going to put you in for 45 minutes. Anyone done that? Yeah. You're that guy. That's you. So if you speak like this, you create the same feelings that you are for your prospect that you've just experienced right now. And actually, this was me, and I'm actually going to give you an example of who I was when I was cold calling. Hi, James. It's Oliver calling from Reachdesk. Do you have 30 seconds of why I'm calling? I'll be really quick. Look, I'm speaking to many marketers, and they're telling me this. Right? You get the picture, yeah? It's really, really intense, really fast tone, very monotone. This wasn't me. So if you can change the slide, please. Okay. Who here watched Friends? Loves Friends, yeah? So some of you remember Friends, like obviously Monica. She really wanted to come across breezy to Richard, I think it was an ex. So she kept telling herself, I'm breezy, right? Now, I don't recommend you do this on a cold call, of course, but what I changed, and how I changed and how I was a bit more casual with my cold calls is I'd lay back in my chair, almost like in like a sun lounger, just chilled, and smile before every dial. And actually, I'm trying to fake it till you make it. Who's heard that phrase before? Yeah. And what that did is that I became me. I was me on the cold call. The cheeky chappy, I'm told that mostly by my nan, but I'm definitely the cheeky chappy, and I became myself. So, and like for example, like how many times you say, "Oh, how have you been?" and it's prospects like, "Oh yeah, good, thanks. How are you?" And you're like, "Yeah, good, thanks." By the way, it was just cool, and you go straight into it. Chill, calm down. So I would always go, "Do you know what? I'm good, but I'd much rather be on the beach than making cold calls right now." Just like much more relaxed, be myself. So if you can change the slide, please. So here's a clip. I'm actually going to throw you a clip of a cold call that I made to a CMO. Now, I like to do a bit of my own research before a cold call. And I do, the research on the account, but I also love to do the research on the person. So I found on their company website a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer of a company. She loved cat memes and Alan Partridge. Now, I haven't got an idea of what Alan Partridge was or who he was, so I had to research him. Anyway, if you want to play the clip, here's me cold calling a CMO talking about Alan Partridge.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I might be completely off the market, but you're a big fan of Alan Partridge, right?
I am, kind of freaks me out. Yep. Okay, yeah.
No worries. I literally just typed into your name in Google, it came up as I love cat memes and Alan Partridge. One of the quotes that
Okay. Yeah.
One of the quotes that stands up to me is that Alan Partridge said, he said, "Would it be rude to stop listening to you speak to somebody else who would probably speak quite familiar with that quote, right?"
Yeah.
And obviously with you guys, the new prospects, right, and they're getting bombarded from the same digital channels that everyone else is using. So it feels like a lot of IT buyers represent and budget as where they're just getting exposed to, they're getting very bored of speaking the same channels. So I just wondered what you guys do to stand out and be to an offering.
Cool, that's it. Everyone thoughts, yeah? All right. Bit different. Yeah. And actually, a true story, they became a customer 2 months later, so there you go. Just be a bit different, yeah. All right, to summarize then, so a couple of points here. So the main thing is detach from the outcome. Your goal is not to book a meeting. It's to find some information, qualify an account out. Don't be the high street stopper. He's like, "Oh, you're going to stop there?" Don't be that person. Fake it till you make it. Lean back, smile before you dial, and ultimately be you. Thanks very much.